What's up, guys? Welcome back to another first impression video, character first impression video. It's your boy Chad here again with a different character first impression, and this is the second character that I got from the Christmas event, and that is Kasumi Todoh. We're going to jump into the codex real quick to take a look at her stats, and after that we're going to take a look at her scores, and then I'm going to just like give my first impressions and what I think about the character in general. Todoh, she's a yellow attack character. She has an HP of 71,000, so that's higher than Shingo. She has around the same amount of attack as Shingo had, and she also has a higher amount of defense. The defense is pretty nice, and the HP is also nice, so she's a bit tankier than Shingo. Her leader skill is as long as the HP is above 70%, she increases 60% attack for every single female character in the team. So that's the same thing as Pretty Chang, the same thing that Pretty Chang has, and it's just pretty much a limited, or more like a gimped version of Shermie's leader skill. But it's pretty good on her because she's a character that can be used in chain quests, so that helps her a little bit. Onto her skills, we see here that her skill multiplier are 580, 590, 570, and then the finish skill is 1031. Let's go take a look at her skills and see how they look. First skill doesn't look too good because, you know, it looks like people can just roll out of this one, but we'll take a look at her skill effects. Second skill is also rollable, but is a launcher at the end, so if you're lucky, the enemy does not roll, you can start a combo with this one, so that's pretty good. Next, also a rollable, gives frost, so that's pretty nice, a bit of dot damage right there. And also, if you didn't know, this one has an iframe. This skill has an iframe like the whole start of the skill, like from the moment the skill is activated until the moment the skill ends, she's invincible. It's not written in the skill details, right? Because it's not damage immunity, it's invincibility, it's iframes. So that's different. It's like Oroshi's, I think, second skill when he teleports is also iframe, but it's not mentioned. So yeah, it's a really, really nice skill because of that, right? You can use it to get out of sticky situations. Then we look at her finish skill, same as every Kasumi. Pretty nice finish skill, has a pretty good range. Not much to say about that. And then we look at her last skill here. Really nice. A lot of people don't like this special skill, like the animation, but I'm really a fan of this one. I really like Kasumi's animation here. I'm not even a big fan of Kasumi, but I feel like it has so much impact. Anyways, that was it for Kasumi right there. Now let's go take a look at her cores and her skill effects. I kind of cheated on this one because I've already kind of looked at her core effect kind of a little bit. So let's jump right down here. As we see, she earns 30%, 5% of power gauge, so that's really nice. That's a very good thing. And then in PvP only, if the target is male, gets 5 additional. So if the target is male in PvP, she gets 10% power gauge with just one skill, on top of the power gauge that the skill itself, hitting skill itself, does. So that's really nice for PvP and for PvE as well. 5% is still pretty good. Second skill does not have any kind of skill effect. We go to third skill. When hitting a skill gives an enemy frostbite. Yes, we saw that. 25% of attack power. That's really high for an attack character. It's pretty good. Every second for 7 seconds. Pretty nice. And now PvP only. If the target is male, an additional frostbite effect of 70% of attack power is given. Wow, 70% of attack power. That is a lot. She can, if she hits this on a male character, a lot of them would just die from this. That's 7 seconds of almost 8k damage ticking every time. Like not 8k. Like if you have her maxed out, right, and with very good cards, like cards that increases her attack power, you hit this at enemy, you might kill a male enemy with just this. That's really strong. That's really powerful. Let's take a look at her cores. Here we got this. 20% damage reduction from enemies in PvP. Minus 10% additional reduction. So if she gets 20% damage reduction from enemies, and in PvP only against male enemies, she has 30% decreased damage reduction. I've actually seen how tanky Elizabeth is with her 30% damage reduction. So this is pretty good actually. It can help you survive against certain enemies that might be able to one-shot you. So this might make Kasumi one-shot immune. Like she can't be one-shotted because she has such high damage reduction, especially against male characters. Defeats an enemy restores 3% HP, and in PvP only it restores 9% additional HP if she kills a male character. This makes her almost guarantee perfect character against male characters. It makes it easier for her to perfect if you're playing in PvP. So even if there's a character that hits you with like a stray normal, or if you're fighting a character like Amakusa with his card and he leaves the burn on you while you're hitting him, she might be able to recover all of it with just this. So that's really nice. If you're fighting Amakusa or Ryo 97, so this is pretty good. Let's take a look at this one. 12% more damage to defense characters. That's useless. Increases damage dealt by 18% when critical is activated. So that's an additional 18% critical damage basically. Increases damage dealt by hitting skill by 8%, so that's okay. And then this one increases damage dealt to enemies with purple attributes by 6%. Okay, so that's pretty nice. You're mostly going to fight, if you're fighting in PvE, you're mostly going to fight purple enemies with her. So overall, Kasumi looks like she was built to kill male enemies in PvP. That seems to be her job. She's made for female teams where she's going to kill male enemies. She's pretty much a feminist. She's pretty much a feminist. She's looking pretty good actually. At first, I didn't think she was any good when I saw the patch notes, but reading a little bit more on her, she kind of changed my opinion on her. She's pretty good, although she looks to be around on the same level as Shingo. Although it's kind of hard to compare the two since they excel at so much different. Like the things that they do well is so different from each other. But it's also worth noting that both her and Shingo are pretty good in Chain Quest, so that's really nice. That's two additional costs. So that's two additional pretty low cost character for Chain Quest, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, she's a pretty nice character. I will actually rate her not really high, but she's not a must-have character, but she's an additional, good character. If you don't have anyone good in PvP, she can be a good replacement for PvP. And if you're lucky and get Elizabeth, she's definitely a very good leader skill for Elizabeth because of the 60% increased attack. But why would you limit yourself to female characters when you can have Shermie who does it for every single character, right? But either way, if you don't have Shermie, she's a very good replacement for that, for female character. Anyways, this is where I'm going to end this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Check out my other first impression for the other characters. And I will see you guys in the next one. Kasumi, KOF Allstar, rating